Hey everybody, it's Casey Williams. One of my favorite luxury brands is Lincoln. And what I really like about Lincoln is its long heritage of advanced styling and advanced technology. Think back to the Lincoln Zephyrs of the 1930s and their streamlined bodies, the original 1940 Continental, the Continentals of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond, and even the Navigator in the late 90s. Lincoln really does bring a lot of innovation, but it really does it with a lot of American style too. And none of those vehicles really surpass the vehicle we have this week. It's the 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Let's go have a look at it. All right, I'll grant you, the Nautilus may not be as elegant and timeless as a Continental, but it is pretty handsome. I especially like it in the reserve trim that we have here. I like the big grille. This has kind of become Lincoln's new trademark grille, and I think it works. It just fills the face. It's lots of detail, like the chrome on it. Looks good. I really like at night. There's actually a light. There's little slashes of lights that come up the side here. There's a light bar that comes all the way across, and then the Lincoln Star also illuminates at night. It's really pretty. Come around the side. Again, this is the reserve package. You get the 21-inch dark wheels. You get the black roof. I like how they've taken the door handles from the last generation Continental, integrate them here into the window line. I think it's really cool. And even like the trim here that comes in the door. Again, a lot of these design elements have been around, for a few years. Really kind of started with the most recent Continental and also the crossovers, but I think they work really well here too. Again, come back in the back, little details, like there's little stripes here in the roof. Try to stay out of the water a little bit and come around the back. And I also like the tail lamps. Again, when you approach the vehicle, they kind of just zip off on both sides of it and illuminate, just real thin, real pretty. And the Lincoln badge is in there as well. But just really like the way it looks. Well, it started to rain pretty hard, so we moved inside. But it turns out that's a really nice place to be inside the Nautilus. And it probably is my favorite part of the Nautilus, and I think it's going to be your favorite part too. I mean, let's just start by looking at the dashboard. Pillar-to-pillar screens, just absolutely beautiful. You got a touch screen in the middle, also very intuitive, easy to use. But the big screen, I mean, look at this. I have to say, it took a minute to kind of get used to having this panoramic view of screens, but it's very innovative. Nobody else is doing it quite like this, and I think it's really well done. Over on this side is basically the instrument cluster, speedometer. You got the safety systems for the car. You've got the adaptive cruise control on. It shows you the distance, lane keep assist. That's all there. This has Ford's Blue Cruise system, which is their system hands off on the highway on select roads. So this week I got on the highway drive to my parents' house, and a good portion of that drive I sat here with my hands in my lap, absolutely amazing my daughter. But a little icon shows up over here. It tells you when to keep your hands on the wheel and when you take your hands off the wheel when it's approved. So that's all the driving systems. In the center, you've got the navigation system. On the right side, you can select what combination of different readouts you want on this side. This one has the clock, got the audio, and of course the trip computer and miles per gallon average. So that's all really cool. Right now I've got Apple CarPlay connected, got wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, very easy to connect your devices. Dual zone automatic climate control. One level down, again, I really like what Lincoln's done recently. Their piano key gear selectors are all down below, park, reverse, neutral drive, all that here, select them. One layer below that, you got the hazards and stuff, the volume controls right here. Wireless phone charging in the console as well. You've got USB-B and USB-C ports. I also like just the style. Everything's stitched, everything feels expensive. I love the Squircle steering wheel. Again, takes us a little bit to get used to it, and you really have to have a flat steering wheel to be able to see the display, but that works out really well. This is the vehicle watching me as I am watching the road. So when you're in cruise hands-off mode, it makes sure that you are paying attention. So if things are happening, or if you have to take control again, that you are alert. This is not a vehicle you can go climb in the back seat and go read a book. It's an advanced cruise control system. You have to treat it like that. So other things I really like, you can change the colors and the ambient lighting. You can change the scent in the vehicle. There's 4 different scents you can choose from. I've got kind of this woodsy smell in here right now. The dual pane sunroof. This has the 28 speaker Revel audio system. It sounds crisp and clear, really beautiful. And the seats. These have become a Lincoln trademark. I mean, they kind of look like an Eames chair from the side, but these are 24-way adjustable. The lower seat cushion even is adjustable. These are heated and ventilated in the front. They're heated in the back. A heated steering wheel. I mean, you expect a Lincoln to be luxurious and have every single feature imaginable, and this one has it. Well, the drivetrain of the Nautilus, especially this one, is almost as advanced as the interior. This is a hybrid. It's not a plug-in hybrid, it's a regular hybrid. You get 30 miles per gallon in the city, 31 on the highway. So you're talking about a pretty powerful mid-sized crossover, luxury crossover, pretty decent gas mileage. It's also pretty peppy. You got a four-cylinder engine, gas engine, with a continuously variable transmission, but it delivers 310 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. The car scoots out. It's got all-wheel drive. Again, when you're driving through town, you're in electric mode quite a bit, and just plenty of power for what you need. Again, got on the highway, drove it several hours this weekend, didn't have any problems whatsoever. It does have an adaptive suspension, so it'll control the vehicle to a point, but it's tuned like a Lincoln. It'll kind of float a little bit on the road. It can get a little bit bouncy in some places, but generally does a pretty good job of absorbing the rough roads and riding comfortably on the road. I like Lincolns quite a bit. Lincoln does not try to be anything but an American luxury brand. They're a little bit glitzy, they're a little bit soft riding, but I really like the drama that comes along with them. And I really like the Nautilus and the styling they've done. It's not overdone, but there's just some nice styling features in the lights in the front, the crisp lights in the back, the continental style door handles. I think it's just a car that a lot of people would like and really differentiates it from Lexus, from Acura, and even from Cadillac. Spot on. And I really like this with the wraparound screen, the hybrid system, the good fuel economy, and all the innovation. So let's talk about price. Well, the Nautilus starts just a little over $50,000. This one all in, $69,845. That is not inexpensive, but if you compare that against to other luxury cars in this class, it's very competitive. Well, next week, we'll have another fun car. Until then, storm forward.